from Jesus.
Today's word is reciprocity. Reciprocity. Don't ask me to do a damn thing that you wouldn't do for me.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men. It was like, what you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick, and all these niggas is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and then they're all just watching, and they let that nigga get in a corner. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women? I don't even care about my face because I'm still gonna be prettier than all of y'all niggas because I have a pretty heart. But my heart is broken, y'all. My heart is broken because I will stand up for any of y'all. I stand up for everybody. I stand up for everybody. And nobody ever stands up.
What's up, TikTok? We got a shocker update. Hold on, let me put myself down to a little guy. So the girl that's trending right now that says she got hit in the face with a brick, there's another video and other videos. In this video, I'm not going to show you the video. You can go see it. But in this video, she walks up to a random white guy, something, and then slaps him. And walks away and acts like she's a baddie, a super baddie. Drops down, dips, shake her rump, and everything. So basically, she was out here acting up and then got hit with a brick, allegedly. I don't condone hitting no woman with no brick at all. What we want to know is the whole story now. Now we want to know what led to you getting hit with a brick. If you running around here slapping random white men for whatever reason you think it was cool, and then you fucked around and get slapped randomly with a brick, we want to know. Now we want to know. Again, I do not condone anybody hitting anybody, let alone a black woman or a woman in general, with a brick in the face or with a brick anywhere. I'm just saying, you got some answers. You need to let us know what really happened before you got smacked with that brick. Again, I don't condone this behavior. But if this is your behavior that night, you probably set it up.
When she was getting hit with the brick, right? I feel like people need to know the whole story before they start commenting and say things they don't understand or they don't know. You guys don't even remember who you guys are trying to defend, who you guys are trying to speak up for. This is the same woman that was going around smacking white people in the streets. She's not innocent. She was actually taunting the guy to hit her. Why would I go defend somebody that's actually looking for trouble? This woman, she is literally a troublemaker. Everybody that knows her in our community knows she's a troublemaker. I'm not going to risk my life over somebody that's actually out there looking for trouble. If you go on social media, online, you're going to see some of her antic videos, taunting people, looking for a reaction. Well, she got what she been looking for, and you guys are giving her the attention that she was actually seeking for.
Now, I think I've given you enough information so that you'll be able to make an informed decision, as a gain perspective on what we're dealing with here. And I'm speaking specifically to black women. I hope you watched those videos intently and you also took notes. Hello, everyone. I hope all is well. I really do, especially women, black women. I really do hope you're staying safe because these men are unhinged. And I'm speaking specifically to black men because those are the men we encounter on a daily basis. Being the devil's advocate by posting George Floyd's criminal record. And the reason why I'm going to use George Floyd is because he's the one most well-known incident that everyone in the world is aware of. Now, you see his extensive criminal record. Though you remember, everyone, I mean, unless you would have had a lobotomy, you would remember what occurred with George Floyd, right? With Chauvin. No one was happy. Everyone said, okay, you know, this was a travesty of justice, and what he did was cruel. And we saw what happened before our eyes in the streets to George Floyd. Even though preceding this incident, it was alleged that he had presented a fake $20 bill. I'm giving you context. I'm giving you all of this preamble because of the grace that they're offering, that was offered to George Floyd is not being offered to this woman. Now, when everything happened with George Floyd, his criminal record was featured, but it was not out there as much because people were upset when there were those people who were trying to present this picture saying, oh, he was not innocent. He was also, you know, not a very upstanding citizen. And they were saying, you know, he had a criminal record. And people were saying, oh, well, that is not why he was unalived on that day. Point taken. Now, fast forward to this story. They are presenting, now I've not seen it on social media. This lady was hit in the face by a man with a brick. All right? A black man hit her in the face with a brick. They then showed some pictures of her having an altercation with a white man. And it seemed as if she had accosted the white man and something occurred between the two of them. Now, those are two separate incidents. The white man did nothing to her. The person who hit her in the face with a brick was a black man, while those black men stood by and watched and said, what do you want us to do? Now listen, black women, I don't know what else you need to see to understand that these men are cowards. They self-emasculate. They want protection more than women. And the main thing is, they're now going back to the videos that she would have posted of whatever, because people are just not aware of how they present on social media, not thinking that these things can come back to haunt them. Anyway, they're now referring to these videos that this woman posted prior to this incident. But the thing is, these fools were not aware of the existence of these videos in the moment. They're now doing this in retrospect. They're now going back to her page or whatever, and they're viewing these videos. You know, in that moment, all that was evident was the fact that there was a woman who was being bullied by a man, and she was in distress because he hit her in the face with a brick. But you know what? I'm going to say this. Men, especially black men, they self-emasculate. When you see they say, oh, but y'all don't need protection. Y'all say y'all are, you know, want equality. Y'all are so stupid. That is a way for them to relieve themselves of any responsibility that they would actually have to pull out that masculine energy that they rarely possess, that should be inherent, and, you know, do something to protect the weaker sex. So, you know, this all is very revealing. It tells you that these men are really not ready. They're really not the ones to look to for protection, because they cannot provide it. They cannot even provide it for themselves. You see, when anything is happening, I'll go back to George Floyd. It was women in the streets. Women are always leading the charge. And then you treat us like we are disposable. But you pull us out when you need help. Because truth be told, these men are weak. They are really the weaker sex. And you know, you speak of women and having masculine energy and being confrontational. That is not by choice. It is because we've lived enough and we've seen enough to understand that if we don't make the first move to defend ourselves and to protect ourselves, nothing will happen. Absolutely nothing will come from you men. Absolutely nothing. And listen, I can assure you that those men, and that one in the video, he should be ashamed of himself, because I'm sure he was scared He was more scared of that man than that woman was, because I think she was more in shock. She was shocked by his actions, but they were freaking scared. They wanted to get the hell out of Dodge. Absolutely ridiculous and appalling. And they're sitting there saying, oh, we wouldn't defend her. Well, if we would have defended her, and then something would have happened to us, then what? You idiots. No other racial group of men would say such nonsense. Absolutely not. Listen, just take some time out of your busy day to go to a public thoroughfare and observe the men who are with their women. Observe the men who are usually with their women, offering that protection and guidance. Just make an observation. Just to do that as an assignment. And you'll see, I can assure you that the overwhelming majority will not be black men. They were not built like that. They were not built to protect anyone because they're scared. They are freaking scared. They are weak. Wuss. Listen, any man who consistently complains about displacement in the world and not being offered opportunities, you don't have to be offered anything. Go find it. And you keep complaining about the system and women, black women, or you talk too much because you're intimidated, because you lack self-esteem. They are not your leaders. They should not be respected. No, they stood there and watched this woman be abused because they are abusers as well. I'm sure their women must have horror stories of of the mistreatment they have received at the hands of these males, because they're not men. They present as men, meaning in their physical, but mentally, their mentality, they're weak. They're useless. Hope she gets the justice she deserves, and I let them go into the prison population, because just like that, they give up their freedom and having to be told when to eat, when to sleep, what to wear, how to make their bed, because they're not leaders. They have to be told what to do. So in a structured environment, which is prison, they function best. Now, I said what I said, and I stand on everything I've said.
I said what I said.
Now, your opinion is necessary to keeping the conversation going, okay? So let's continue this conversation down in the comment section. And as always, stay safe. Please stay safe and be self-aware, and subscribe for more snippets of wisdom. And